Okay, so good morning, guys. It's the 17th of January, 2018. It's Wednesday, and we're going to look at the quick summary of Dax Technical Analysis. So we are looking at the major swings and the minor swings, trying to find some setups for what might be happening at the moment. We've got a 4-hour chart in front of us here with a volume profile attached, and you'll clearly be able to see here that this is an expanding pivot idea, and we've talked about that in the articles over the last couple of weeks or so, suggesting that if we get a retracement off of EP5 and it peels away from that, then it would look normally to come down to halfway down the pivot, or normally back to balance, which in this case can be spotted by using a volume profile of all of the data since the beginning of this expanding pivot. And you'll notice that that is the value area there, and or the balance point, you would say, perhaps. So we've made some progress, quite a lot of progress, in fact, from EP5, from the expanding pivot 5. And we're just now wondering whether or not we found the bottom here, which was also at the base of a previous gap. And another previous gap, in fact, here. Or whether it does have a little bit further to go, and this is more of a kind of, kind of a zigzag type play. It's going to retrace, bounce up, and take its final descent. So at the moment, there is no trend in place here. In order for us to see a major swing trend now, we need to take out 425 and confirm that we've got a low in here. Because at the moment, EP4 and EP5 is the main impulse leg, bullish impulse leg. We're in the reaction leg at the moment. So we're looking for EP5 to be taken out to confirm we now have a higher high. And it follow the American indices. So that's the majors at the moment. As far as the minors are concerned, we've got an hourly chart pulled up here with a number of arrows. Now the arrows are pointing to the gaps. So for now, just ignore those arrows. I'll remove them. But we've confirmed here like a mini bearish trend, and we've got a high from here, a low here. We then have a lower high here, which was confirmed once we pierced that previous low. And if you just pull an Andrews pitchfork from those three pivots, you'll notice that the center line has reacted quite nicely to price action. It's cut through this gap. Price action responded off the C point and bounced off the median line here. We then gapped higher. So all we're trying to figure out here is whether or not this is a reversal from the median line, which is possible, or whether this is just a bounce back up to the upper median line parallel before an actual move down towards the lower median line parallel. We didn't gap the median line here. If anything, we reacted and bounced off of it. So if you wanted to short the market because you believed in what we talked about in the previous idea, which was either a retracement back to balance, or in actual fact, a continuation lower towards the bottom of this expanding pivot play, that ties in quite nicely with this fork. You might want to take a trade down to the lower median line parallel if we get a bounce off the upper median line parallel. It would offer around about 4 to 7 to 1, depending on what you go for, if you put a stop loss above the previous high. So yesterday was confusing in as much that we started mapping out this bearish trend, which was quite clean. We had a failure here to take out that previous low. We then took out that high with this swing here. So that busted that bearish trend for me, and it started to potentially ask the question of whether a new bullish trend was going to form, particularly as we had this gap higher here. But it didn't, because we've actually took out a previous low as well. So it's led to a little bit of confusion. There's a bit of chaos at the moment. A lot of people got trapped in this move. So it's just a case of waiting for the dust to settle now to see what the next spot is going to be. The article is out already on the website, and go and check that out. There's a couple of ideas in there. We've posted a chart from one of the guys in the group from today. Some great information on there. And now we're going to go and move into the premium webinar, which we're going to look at risk management and money management. So if you want to find out more information about that, check out the description below and you'll find the details in there. But otherwise, thank you for watching. Take care, guys.